That it is. That's going to take place soon, and
Speak of the devil.
I will take my victory, thank you.
You can pick up your prize at the front desk.
We don't have prizes. Oh no! Double boss pass!
That's something you don't see very often.
I thought that was only possible on crowd control.
Oh no, it's bound to happen.
Well, happened it did, so I'm now genuinely curious, will the second boss pass? Yup. They respawn no matter what, and amourietta is in very dire straits. There's the star. And, oh my gosh, 4-5 now with boss pass as well. Gimp, we may have to have a word about seed rolling privileges.
What can I say? I like challenging seeds.
I mean, so do I, but this is getting slightly ridiculous here.
Paraduck's gonna try this first fort here. We're gonna find, well, Fort Knox. Luckily, Boss Bass does not spawn here.
Yeah, so at least he has a little bit of a break. And amourietta will have that break too. And chat is once again showing their appreciation, kinda sorta, for the starting two stages here. Oh, uh-oh, Morietta's in trouble. There we go. You never want to be small in, Hammer Bro encounters if it has water.
Yeah, anytime you see Hammer Bros in water, even big or not, no thanks.
And so, amourietta is the first to enter the Blue Pipe Special of 7-9. Where that...
Oof.
Yeah. Paragoomba's not helping. But Paradox is thinking... Wait, did I check this pipe? No! And, oh, that technically means 7-9 is optional!
The good news is she's over halfway done with it, so doesn't have too much longer in this stage to deal with, and if she's lucky, she'll pick up a leaf right here.
In the meantime, Paradox is now dealing with Wendy. How did Wendy dodge those two fireballs?
She's Wendy and she does what she wants. Ooh, Paradox barely getting by in that fight. And we see a rare, 3 mushroom card set up.
I don't know if that was intended, but... At least amourietta did pick up some lives. While Paradox is suddenly dealing with the world of Final Fantasy IV.
So 7F2 did not pair up with 7F1 this time, so luckily she's just going to see the sky for it. Unfortunately, it is optional.
Whereas the escalator fort 6F1, well, that's kind of in our way. Unfortunately, we will not have a star boom boom KO here.
Oh,
And
finding out that was not it. That's probably not what she's probably not too happy about that one.
And in the meantime, we actually have to go through the tower in its vanilla location, but at least we have another fortress that's optional here. So once we get to the sky, it's just a matter of hoping for good pipe placement. Or I completely missed that pipe.
Oh, wow. We got
Yeah.
3-4 for Paraducks.
We will take that. I don't know how I missed that pipe the first time. I apologize. I was probably focused on Amourietta's side at that point. Alright, Paraducks is through. So yeah, as Chad is saying, World 5 is kind of a free world this time.
That's true. We got the World 2 airship here for Paraducks. Use that nice piece right there to get the leaf and fly on over. Think of the wrong Mario game.
And now, Roy Koopa. No quaking this time. But we have a strong Roy.
Jets already calling out their next world. We got a 6, couple 7s, 2 2s.
And both of our runners have just taken out their respective Koopa kids at practically the same time. But unfortunately for Amourietta, she is a world behind.
Let's see those commands though. Command.
And World 4 is the next one where, oh, unlike last seed, both fortresses are required because of that lock placement. And so we start with Donut Fort. If this builds the bridge, it's vanilla. Amourietta doing a wonderful job keeping the... Never mind.
Oof. Double hit by the disco waffle there.
And, that was a built bridge, so... Yep. Vanilla 4F2. What will break the lock?
4F1?
Why am I not surprised?
These two are just like, you know, Oreos and milk. They don't want to be separated.
Well... I would like to actually have something other than peanut butter and jelly. Why don't we have some peanut butter and banana instead?
Now you're talking.
Well, we're not going to have that this time. And, oh, the Hammer Bros want to delay Paradux's run to the airship just a little bit longer. And sorry, Rick. Right. Oh gosh, the Sledge Bros are giving Paraducks a hard time. Partially because of that broken...
Ooh.
Yeah, taking the death, but here's the problem. Because that Hammer Bro invaded on Paradux's side, that Hammer Bro is not moving. Which means this is a forced encounter, but in this case, it's to Paradux's benefit.
And they're both going to be entering the airship. Oh, nope. She's going to go back and play the Hammer Bros here. Maybe she's hoping for a cloud or something.
P-Wing helps, and... Of course, World 4... We got all the World 4 stuff in the World 4 spot, it's just the third world we've encountered. Go figure.
Did he go down? Yeah, he went down in one hit.
Yeah, we had some beefy Koopa kids to start. Let's not complain too much. Whoa! Hello there! Roy had apparently inputted the super jump code.
Oh.
And delivers the headbutt of doom at the same time. Next up, World 2, starting with 6-4. And amourietta trying again.
Looks like Roy's behaving this time.
Yeah, no moon jump code this time.
That pipe's in a nice spot for World 2. He's gonna skip quite a few stages this way.
And the fortress is right there. Oh, we'll take it. Desert World is also a free one.
And you guys are saying my seeds were bad.
We had 4-2 double boss bass to start.
I like to scare people, that's all, okay? Get a little challenging, and I reward them for it later.
I mean, I've never rolled seeds like that. Teach me your ways.
Maybe it's PJ rubbing off on me, you know? Except for my stuff doesn't break.
We'll figure out this eventually. Paraducks taking out another Hammer Bro encounter, and gets a star for the star.
Yeah, World 7 airship for World 4 here.
Alright, time for some precision platforming, though the raccoon tail does help.
I don't think he wanted it. He wants the speed strats.
And in the meantime, amourietta is taking... I had missed how the overworld screen was set up, but why is she in 1.5 beta right now?
She may have played a stage where she could have taken a pipe, I believe.
In the meantime, Morton Koopa Jr. went down in 1 or 2 hits, so... Alright, let's see the overworld screen for amourietta and figure out what she was thinking. Oh, maybe just wanted the guaranteed Hammer Bro encounter.
Maybe. Paradox getting a nice reminder. There's no crying in Mario. Ooh, but he picks up the hammer suit.
Alright, so everyone is going to get one shot at... Maze Fort. Why? I am... Again... Frog percent runs have made me not like this level as much.
Alright, let's see if Paradox can get the one cycle here.
Nope, got hung up a little bit, but that's okay. We can restock. Ooh. Starman at an interesting position. Unfortunately, I don't know if he's gonna get to Boom Boom in time!
Oh, nice.
He was cutting it close there.
Well, that's pretty close. Ooh, there's a cloud.
And here's another fortress. Ah, Desert Fort. While amourietta is currently trying to wrap up World 3. Fortunately, Koopa Kids were behaving for the third and fourth worlds. However, Ice World is one of the long ones, so it's gonna take us a bit to get there.
Yeah, the way Paradox is playing though, he's in no mood to lose.
Now, does Paradox have a hammer? Oh my gosh, we have all 3 forts immediately available, but Paradox is deciding to skip that one for now. Maybe hoping that we won't need it?
Yeah, I think that's what he's probably hoping, and hopefully saving some time by not having to play it.
Unfortunately, we won't know yet until at least one more screen transition. So, 4-1 down, and Paradox has to decide, yep, get the items from the Hammer Bros, makes sense. Ah, Paradox did have a hammer. Oh! The other fortress was a bridge! Paradox is able to Lakitu Cloud all the way to the airship.
And he's gonna find World 1 airship here, where he'll face off against Lemmy. Have we seen an Earthquaker yet besides Iggy? Or was Iggy Earthquake?
We had to have seen at least one, if not two. At least if I'm counting right, but yep, there we go. Fireball kill. And Paradox is already in our 6th world. We know it's going to be either Grassland or Pipeland. Alright, the world that we encounter next. Grassland.
A nice setup too. And he got another Dugum Cloud from Peach there.
And thus we are now in the Navy, where we can rando all the time. In the Navy, where getting PBs are sublime. In the Navy, where stopping boss bass ain't a crime. In the Navy, in the Navy.
This is exactly as expected for Paradox, using 2 clouds there.
Yep, Paradox wants to get to that airship immediately.
I do have to say one thing, we're not even at 19 minutes and he's in the World 6 airship. This is an extremely fast seed.
And there's that quaking Koopa Kid, but again, very. I don't think. How many races have we seen where we've had at least one Koopa Kid who had earthquake powers and 5 hits?
I haven't seen that many lately. So World 7 is going to be our Fred here, being World 7.
Alright, how are the pipes today? Ooh, forced start, but, well, it's the Muncher run, so at least we know it's a good, quick one.
Let's see if Paradox goes for the 2-star route.
Ooh, going? There we... Nice!
Well done.
Alright, where will this pipe take us? Oh, good island so far. Still have some options, and may as well take out the infestation while we're here.
So if I'm looking at the map correctly, the 2 forts are going to be on the final area, the final islands.
I believe you are right. And I haven't seen any locks yet either.
There was 1 lock right there on the southern island.
Timing. So hopefully Paraducks is able to keep up with which pipes are where, because... yeah, this can get a little confusing. I don't think it's that southern island we need.
Nope.
Well, we still have another pipe or 2 available on this top island. And there we go! Question is, which fort do we need? In the meantime, I don't know if amourietta double-checked her inventory thoroughly, but we know that Paraducks had a hammer somehow. I don't know if it was through a Hammer Bro encounter or through the end of world letters.
It might be one from one of the Hammer Bros in front of her. Yeah, she does not have one.
And what do you know? Ground Fort is the way to go, so time for 5-8. And if Paraducks does have a music box, it would be an X.
Yeah.
Say again?
This would be the time to use it.
Exactly.
Looking at getting into the airship at sub 23, that's remarkable. That's actually one of the fastest times we've seen.
And alright, amourietta did pick up a hammer. So, will we see a stage skip? And,
so she skipped the stage.
While keeping the cloud.
She might be using the clouds for the last bit of the world.
Makes sense. Ludwig, no earthquaking powers, but still only 3 hits to death. So, just to set the stage here, Paraducks grabbed the wand at about 22 minutes, 56 seconds. We are on tournament bracket flags. We may have a sub 30 here.
That would be the first sub 30, I believe, in the tournament.
Let's see how Darkland goes. Ooh, forced hand encounter right away.
It's 3-8. I'd just play it. It's a quick stage.
Yeah, quick stage, keep the fire flower, no boss bass in sight. Let's do it. Whoa, nice ducking under the Cheep there. While amourietta is now going through bad singing zone. Alright, 3 pipes. Where will they take us? Alright, that's
lock.
1 lock. And... oh, gosh. French Vanilla 8-1. And... that hand stage was guarding one of our 4 fortresses.
I don't blame Para backing up, trying to see what the other pipes give them.
And, oh, the non-fortress one is 7-5, fortunately without a boss bass, but at the same time, that's an optional one. And there we go. Take the fortress. Water fort or flooded fort. Let's go for a dive.
Well, the water forts seem to be pretty slow. I find it that when you can swim through them effectively, you feel like you've got good control there, so... It's a good kind of feeling even though you move a little slow.
Alright, we do not know what 3F2 broke yet, or built. But at this point, Handbridge is done with. We don't need to come back here.
Not at all.
Oh!
Hey, 2 bridges are required.
That's a bit of an ugly one. I think that sub 30 may be out the window. Oh! It's entirely possible that 3F2 also built another bridge, but at this point, we know that one of the fortresses is going to break that lock. However, that's probably a required lock to break.
Most likely it is, yes.
Still, we will at least get through Carpet Fort without a problem. So we just have to find the other forts. Which also means we're gonna have to get lucky with,
That hand stage. I think at this point he's just thinking, I gotta play it. There's, you know, no other thing to do. Play it and get it over with.
Well, with the raccoon tail, no! Paraduck slipped and fell off the bonus pipe. Actually has to go through the vanilla way. Fortunately, no problems this time.
Man, amourietta will be joining him here in World 8 in just a few moments.
Alright, next level, Super Tanks. This one is going to have to break the lock, because we are still missing one fortress.
Or it could just build the 2 bridges, we don't know.
I think we've taken all the pipes we can by this point. We have to have logical access to all the pipes. Oh, amourietta, I think is slightly too low. Trying to pull off a wraparound clip to avoid falling, but I think in this case, she's going down! Ooh.
Sub 30 is very possible. We found the last fort here. And Paraducks does have a hammer suit.
Did I just see Paraducks jump off that boo?
Looked like he did.
I'm just seeing things this tournament. I don't get it anymore. And... Alright, that's all the fortresses, and there was a second pipe available for Paraducks. Can he pull off a 1-minute Bowser Castle run? And for that matter, how long is the cutscene?
It's about 15 seconds.
So that means we need to see... Oh, Paraducks is playing it safe. I don't blame him.
It does get rid of the boo, though.
Alright. I think it is possible to beat this room within 10 real seconds, so we may have it. Paraducks just has to be careful. And then, Bowser Koopa rises, falls, splats, and all Paraducks has to do is go through the door. Paraducks has won this bracket match with an official SRL time of 29 minutes, 59 seconds. He pulled it off by a second.
So, technically a sub 30. Still counts.
It does.
Impressive run there by Paradox. That rough start to the seed and came a little easy after a while there, but he still played really well, limiting his deaths and mistakes. So GG to Paradox.
Indeed. Let's see if we can get Paraducks in here for an interview. In the meantime, amourietta took out... Ah, that explains that. Chose to go through the tile for A2.
Yeah, she did find 7-5 and decided to take a death to flip back around.
Makes sense. And, oh, unfortunately, Paradox is unable to join for an interview, but I think the reason can be excused. Apparently, he has many friends and family celebrating with him right now. Though considering we had a sub-30 in these flags, can't blame him one bit.
No, I think that's well played by him. He did really well. I mean, he's definitely one to be feared in the tournament. That does put him into the top 8.
And now amourietta has learned, yeah, this is gonna be an all-fortress run. And alright, Paradox is in chat. Yeah, congratulations on that. You managed to pull off sub-30 by the skin of your teeth. So, hope you get to relax a little bit.
Yeah, Paradox is going to find out who he's going to play shortly after this race. We've got the next race coming up here. That's going to be Macobre52 against S Diesel. That's actually starting in 2 minutes.
That is correct. Yeah, so head on over to Speed Gaming 3 as soon as you can, so you can see Macobre52 versus S Diesel duke it out.
Honestly, I think both those runners are really good. Macobre does kind of have the edge, but then again, I love the underdog story. I'd love to see S Diesel pull it off.
We will see what happens. Alright, amourietta should be good now. Yep, there's all the bridges, there's the hammer suit, there's the star. Let's invade.
Get rid of that boot early, that's smart. Don't want that thing chasing you around.
Alright, we have the every person clip. Just have to take care of this final hallway. Sure footing is required. And Bowser falls yet again. Ka-thunk! And amourietta is celebrating anyway. GG to her. She finishes with an official SRL time of 35 minutes even.
GG to amourietta.
Wow, it's like 29-59 and a 35 even. Interesting times both of our runners have.
Indeed, yeah. Both of them played really well this time around. Unfortunately, Paradox was just on his A game.
There's not much one can do about that. So, we will try to have amourietta join us here in the booth. Alright, we should have her in here shortly. Amourietta, GG.
Thank you.
Which seed would you rather talk about?
Well, I just want to say one thing, and that I hate Wendy with fiery, burning passion.
Join the club. We have t-shirts.
Oh, I would wear one too. Just I hate Wendy with her big dumb face on it.
So, I did make an observation during that entire portion, and I don't know if this is a fact, but on game 1, Paraducks was able to pull off a fire kill. I noticed that Wendy was not jumping very high until a stomp happened.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's not really her that's a problem, it's all the rings flying around that are very unpredictable for me. You know, if it was just her, it'd be fine, but...
Yeah, I think the rings kind of like once one or two are out, you're like, it's not so bad. But that third one comes out and it becomes mass hysteria. You don't know what's going. You know, you're trying to focus on Wendy, but then you're trying to focus on the three rings bouncing around. And plus, with the train the way it was, it could be troublesome.
Yeah. But I got my revenge the second time because it was a perfect fight. Didn't take damage at all with her, so...
There you go.
Yeah, the second seed was definitely more like, you know, a better seed and a better time. It's more like how I play, not the first one, for sure.
Though apparently Roy wanted to give you some problems with the super jumps and head bunk at the end.
Yeah, I don't like when he jumped up off screen, I was like, okay, I'm dead. And then when he hit me, I don't know if that was a bad hitbox or maybe my angle wasn't quite right or both, or I don't know. It was
They're
a little
Koopa
odd,
kids.
but
They cheat.
yeah, they do. Oh yeah, I think we saw 3 boss bass right at the beginning. We had 2 in one level, and then
I have
another.
nothing to do with that.
Are you sure?
I mean, I rolled the seed, but I was very generous afterwards. I just want you guys to struggle for a little bit.
That's true. It was a generous with clouds, and the one hammer in World 6 like showed up perfectly. So I did appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, going through the list of stages that we've encountered, only World 3 and World 8 had us playing more than 4 stages total.
I know in the second seed here, World 8, I did a couple extra stages because on the hand bridge screen, 2 pipes circled back to each other, and I didn't check the first. So if I had, I would have known, but I was like, eh.
You only took that one extra stage, and honestly, I did not know which path you took in 8-2, but it didn't matter too much there.
Yeah. But yeah, I wasn't too bad of a seed. GG to Paraducks for moving on. He definitely deserves it, so...
Yeah,
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Wolfman.
I mean, the only other thing, amourietta, is something that wasn't your fault at all. You had to make a choice in World 3 for which fortress to take. It was just unfortunate that 5F2 was not the right one.
Yeah. Just gotta like pick one and go, and it's the right one, sometimes it isn't. But
So yeah, unfortunately, this does take you out of the tournament. Any thoughts about the SMB3 Rando community and for any new players wanting to join in?
it's been a great experience. It's a great community. It's a lot of fun, and I'm happy to have made it this far. To be 8-0 at the beginning, and then to play against Paraducks, who's a great player, and made some friends and got to know people, and it's been a good experience. So I'm happy with that, for sure.
Absolutely. So, chat, please give a follow to both of our runners, Paraducks and amourietta. They're both fantastic streamers and fantastic runners, good people in general. And again, drop a follow to me and Wolfman. We always like those, don't we?
As long as I haven't scared anyone away from my semi-traditional Navy singing.
It's probably actually brought people here for that.
Yeah, let's just say crowd was a little divisive today, but that's what happens.
Yeah. Well, thanks for commentating, guys. I appreciate that.
That's no problem.
Alright, for those that like their speedrun action, we still have plenty more events coming up. On the main Speed Gaming channel, come back here in about 50 minutes for the Super Metroid Prodigy Tournament of 2019. It will be what looks like a quad race, Amber 24 versus Mario Mayhem, and French Lightning versus John McEltroyd. Speed Gaming 2 at 9 p.m. will have another matchup in the Prodigy Tournament. Dark Kaiser 1123 versus 8-Bit is Great. Speed Gaming 3, as covered, the Mario 3 Randomizer Tournament, Macopra 52 versus S Diesel. Speed Gaming 4 right now is the Wind Waker Randomizer Spring Tournament, Trog WW versus Joy Sparks. And 10 p.m. on Speed Gaming 5, we have another Super Metroid Prodigy Tournament matchup, Maniacal versus the Hockney Towner, and Charles versus Stump. Please remember to follow twitch.tv/speedgaming along with Speed Gaming 2 through 6. And for those that want to watch Speed Gaming in foreign languages, we have streams available in Spanish, French, Portuguese, and German. So with that, I think that covers everything here. Anything you want to add, Gimp?
Yeah. We're finishing up our last brackets here for the week here. We have a special race that had to be rescheduled. That's tomorrow morning. That's 11 a.m. Eastern time. We don't have a channel yet, but it's going to be between Human Mustard and Kevin856. They had to reschedule that just about a few hours ago, so that got moved from Saturday to tomorrow.
Ooh, that will be interesting. Unfortunately, I have work, so I will not be able to help call it, but Speed Gaming is looking for more volunteers, so if you feel like you can give this a shot, by all means, fill out the forms, and we hope to see you up here on the booth or helping out backstage. So with that in mind, folks, it's time for us to wrap up. For Gimp Extreme, amourietta, paraducks64, and the entire Speed Gaming family, this is Wolfman2000 saying, until next time, watch out for Boss Bass. Good night.
Good night, everybody.